Welcome back to the highly anticipated podcast. I'm your host, Josh Raphael. Got my co-host, Will Young, Tyler
Yes,
Pouncey. How y'all boys been?
sir. We
Good,
back,
man. We are
baby.
back. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
we got a lot to talk about
Yeah, we
today. I
do.
know I always
Yeah,
say
we
that, but
do.
like, what happened over this past weekend, man? If you're an NBA fan, this the episode for you. So you gonna want to go get some popcorn, go get a sandwich, whatever, so you can just sit here and vibe because
What
we
other
got a lot
thing?
to talk
What
about in
other
the
thing?
NBA. What was I about to say first? I mean, well, I don't know why you got a Hawks jersey on. That's what I am wondering before we start.
Because this is a Trey
There you
Young.
go.
This is a Trey Young. I said a couple episodes ago that I had felt like I was disrespecting Trey Young, so I've changed my
Hmm.
ways. And so now I really want to show my appreciation.
Wait,
I just
you had
trade
a
You a
the
Hawks
I
jersey
fan
the
now?
whole time? You had a jersey the whole time?
I just trade the gang. Well, that's my first cousin on my auntie side. That's why we got the same last name. Young.
You got top 10 most common last names in America, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow,
Just be
that's
lying.
crazy that you would
And
say
aren't you
that.
like a you like Will Young the
Uh-oh.
fifth? So what he is? Trey, he the first?
Uh, the
Because he
fourth.
don't got nothing
I'm
behind
not.
his name.
I just found out through ancestry.com,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
can't
all
tell
right.
you that.
Yeah,
But I'll get back
yeah,
to you. I'll see when I go.
yeah.
No, I'll get back to
I
you on
like
that.
your
I
I
just
like
found
your
out the
headphones though. Your headphones look hard. They match the jersey too. What those is
I
Beats?
wore these. No, I think I got these from Family Dollar.
That's them eye candy
Yeah, I ain't want to
headphones.
say nothing, but hey, all right, now
These on
let's get right into it though.
these on
Um,
feet
yeah, can
elite.
you hear good? You can hear good with those?
I can you hear?
Mm.
I'm about to scream in this mic. If you keep asking questions, I'll
Nah, I'm
show you
playing.
if
I'm
I can hear
playing.
you when I'm
All
I'm
right,
talking.
all right, all
All right.
playing.
right.
Nah. So yeah, let's start. Let's start first with honestly the news that kind of set everything off in the NBA world. Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm being honest with you. If there was a team I thought he was going to, it was not gonna be the Bucks. I mean, I was at work and I got that alert, and I immediately just had to go outside to make some phone calls because I was like, "There's no way that trade just happened." Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously Dame goes to Milwaukee, teams up with Giannis. Obviously they trade Jrue Holiday, and I mean they still got Middleton there, Brooke Lopez. I mean they got pieces. So I'm gonna start with you, Tyler.
Mhm.
I mean the Bucks are already contenders. But what would you say? Like, does Dame kind of put them over the top, or are they just, do you think they kind of stay the same?
They're top three, I think so. I feel like them losing Drew's defense is going like it's gonna take a minute to adjust to. I'm not saying Dame is out there a cone, but Drew is one of the best on ball defenders in the league. So I mean, it still makes them a contender. Like it is. I feel like they're definitely better. But like I said, the defense is going to be a major part. It's going to be fun to see how Giannis and Dame play together, and then you still got a bucket like K Mid and Chris Middleton. So it's gonna be fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to see them go up against some powerhouse teams. So I feel like they're top three. I mean, it's still teams like the Lakers, Denver, Phoenix, teams like that, and it's still Boston now with them getting Jrue Holiday, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I think that puts them in the top three for sure. And it keeps
How about you,
Giannis
Will?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, do I think that it moves the needle for the Bucks? Little bit, little bit. Not really as much as people. I think some people, I'm not gonna say no names, they might even be in this podcast, was kind of gassing it, saying it's over for the league, this, that, and the third, da 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 da. But I don't think so. I think, you know, are they still contenders? Yes. Um, would I would I say that they're contenders over the Celtics? No. Would I say that they're contenders over the Heat? No, I would not. But I think it helps. Obviously, I mean, it's
Oh,
Dame. At the end of the day, it's Dame Lillard, right? Dame time. So he's gonna provide something, obviously, that Drew couldn't do. But I think they're gonna lose. They're gonna really miss, obviously, his defense, and they have no depth. So, and we've all seen how no depth has played out with teams with stars. Obviously,
firsthand.
Yeah, firsthand.
Yeah,
with the Suns. So before you even
But-
say,
But hold up,
say who,
Josh.
yeah.
Before you go, Josh. Hold up.
Because I got some
I
stuff to
know.
say.
I'm already going. I'm gonna make it quick. So the Bucks aren't better than the Heat.
Huh?
Will? Huh? I said the Bucks aren't better than the Heat.
I can't. I really can't say that the Bucks are contenders over the Heat, given that the Heat were just in the NBA Finals, and so I can't without a healthy Tyler Hero. So it's
let
hard
me
for me to
let
say.
me let me you know
and
I'm
That's a very
sorry
valid
just with
point.
I
the
heard
addition
you
of
I heard you
That's
go
a very
enough.
valid
I'm
point.
sorry I hear
not
both
my
y'all
thing.
points. I just want to point out first God, I just need Will to kind of say this. I know he's talking about, I guess some people jumped on the wagon, whatever they're saying. So we don't know who he was trying to at. But
Uh-oh.
I was
in
mad
a
at
side
anybody.
conversation I did have with Will, and I'm intrigued to see if he's actually going to bring this up now and say this as well. I mean, you said you don't think they're contenders over the Heat. I do remember you mentioning that you believed, I think, the Kings, the Blazers. You said a lot of teams in the West were better than Milwaukee. Would you like to kind of elaborate on that, or is that something that you're just trolling in the moment, or did you actually believe that?
No, absolutely. So what I'll say
Wait,
is
hold on, matter
that
of fact.
in the context of this outside conversation,
Mhm.
we were discussing. I believe we were discussing actually the Suns at this certain time, and then Josh had made a
Oh no.
comment that
Actually, I'm sorry.
Josh had made
He
a.
got
Let
he
me
got
finish,
them
please.
No,
receipts.
Let me
He
finish.
got them
Let me finish.
receipts.
Let me finish, please.
okay,
Let me finish.
I'll wait. I'm sorry. I'm so
I believe
sorry.
Josh had made I believe Josh had made a comment, something along the lines of the reason why it seemed like I was talking down on the Bucks or saying that they weren't contenders is because I hate on every team that's a threat to Kevin Durant. And to which I said there are tons of teams that I'm worried about before the Bucks. And then I
Okay.
think I gave my list. I said the
Clippers,
Kings,
Golden State, Kings,
Golden State,
Pelicans,
Kings,
Memphis,
Pels,
Nuggets, Dallas
Memphis,
before the
Nuggets.
Bucks. So you
Well, I
think you're more
mean,
are you saying like cuz here I know this is you
No,
could really
no.
flip
I
this.
am not.
I get
I'm
what
not
you
saying. I'm not saying because those teams in the West. I'm saying those are the teams that I'm more concerned about before I'm worried about the Bucks.
No, you're saying that because obviously they're in the West, so you'd have
they're
to
in the
go through them
West.
first.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah.
Or are you
No, I'm
saying no?
saying because those are actual. Those are those are put together.
So by
The
logic,
Clippers.
by that logic, you're saying that those teams are essentially better than the Bucks. That's by that logic.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Will, you should have just went with it. Yeah.
We tried giving you an out. We
Yeah,
tried giving you an out.
I believe that.
You believe that the Pelicans are better than the Milwaukee Bucks right now.
Forget the
I think-
Pelicans, the Clippers,
No,
the
hold
Blazers.
on. The Clippers. PG has already been on his pod talking about how he on his bully ish.
He says that every offseason since he left Indiana.
I understand, but with a healthy PG and a quiet, and I will say, although I still don't like the way I don't think Russ really plays winning basketball anymore to me like that. I was impressed by the way he excelled in the playoffs in their absence. So I think a healthy PG and Kawhi with Russ, they're better. I think the Nuggets obviously are better. I think who else did I say? I think Golden State is better. I think who else did I say? I said the Kings, right?
Kings?
I think the Kings are better. Yes, because the Kings have a complete roster, bro. They have a complete roster.
Right.
I think the Pels are better because they have a complete roster.
They don't have the Pelicans don't have no
we
complete roster.
flipping that. I ain't even worried about that.
On me.
Listen, please.
The Pelicans don't have a complete roster. They don't have a complete roster.
I'm talking from somebody who was completely sold numerous times on, oh my God, look at these stars teaming up. They're going to be great. And then they don't have the pieces put together, and then they end up failing every single time. Okay? So, based off of that now, I've learned. I'm a changed man. I've learned my lesson. I get it. Okay? I get it now. That's not going to do it. Dame coming over there
Dame is
dropping,
crazy.
even though he averaged whatever 32 last year, that's fantastic. They're gonna be great.
Yeah.
They're gonna be great in that respect. But when the times to come playoff basketball and you need to win some games and you need to get some stops, I just don't see it happening. And on top of that, I just don't see them as a team
Okay.
outside of their starting lineup, great starting lineup, but they don't really have nothing. They don't really
Okay,
have nothing.
Can I go real quick? All right, I hear all that. First off, respectfully, those other teams you named, great teams, great put together teams, but the Kings are not better than the Bucks. I don't care how put together they are. That's just honestly, that's just blasphemy. You know, the Pelicans honestly is even crazier that you said that. Yes, they're getting Zion back, and yes, he's gonna be a massive piece for them. But to say that they're better than the Bucks is still kind of ludicrous to me. Now let's go to the East. Let's talk about the Bucks, right? I will agree to your point. They don't have as much depth. They need more. They need some pieces to go get. I don't know if they're going to be able to go get them, or I don't know if this is just going to be the roster that they're going to rock out with. But regardless, you look at the Bucks, right? You got Giannis, you got Middleton, you got Brook Lopez. You got a very arguably the best starting five in basketball in terms of players that complement each other. As you like talking about, yeah, you look at all these other stars that team up together and they don't work. I mean, let's look at these recent stars that team up together that they don't work, because I know you're talking about the KD with the KD stars. The Brooklyn Nets, we could have all told you that wasn't going to work because, I mean, they never complemented each other. It's a bunch of ball dominant players coming together. Great players, but they're all ball dominant. Let me. Can I go?
Okay, go ahead.
Let me go. Listen. Yes. They got hurt, but at the same time, though, I still, granted, it's basketball. I still just didn't think it was going to work. Regardless, Kyrie and KD were healthy when they played the Celtics in the first round, and they got swept. So let's just that happened, right? Now we go back to the Suns, right? They had no depth, but regardless, you looked at me, Mr. Man with the glasses over there. You looked at me and told me that was enough. You told me you had the old man CP3. You told me you had the best big in basketball, DeAndre Ayton, and you hate him now. Let me just finish talking, and I'm gonna let you. Let me finish. Let me finish. So you said all this.
Okay.
And like I said, I just still felt like it wasn't going to work because it's two ball dominant players. I mean, you get Beal now, and if Beal can actually become like the point guard for them and actually be willing to distribute and set everybody up, I think you guys have a great team because you guys really filled out your bench. Not even going to sit there and hold you. You guys look scary. But now let's go back to the Bucks. You got Giannis, you got Middleton. They already know how to play with each other. You got one of the best rim protecting bigs in basketball in Brook Lopez. And then now you bring a piece. Yes, Jrue Holiday was great, amazing, one of the best on-ball defenders, and that's under 6'4", arguably in basketball. Okay, there's no question about that. But when you bring Damian Lillard, who has the offensive pedigree of, honestly, he can score. I can't even explain how good of an offensive player that he is, and you pair him with Giannis, it's a whole different story. You may lose that defensive aspect. Yeah, like you're not going to be able to have like Jrue to lock people up or whatever the case may be. But when Jrue Holiday was shooting tour date numbers in the playoffs, even in their championship run, he was not shooting great. He was not shooting great from the field. Why do you think they were able to build that wall? Tell me, why do you think they were able to build that wall when Middleton's hurt? You have Jrue Holiday, who's not considered a good three-point shooter. You're not surrounding Giannis with shooters that can knock down shots. Obviously, it's going to be easy to build that wall. Build that wall now with Damian Lillard. I dare them to build a wall now with Damian Lillard. How are you going to do it? You can't, because now they get Middleton back healthy. They get Damian Lillard back healthy. Hopefully, if they stay healthy, how are you going to build a wall? And then you got Brook Lopez, who can step out and knock down the three if he needs to. How are you going to build a wall? Now, to go to your depth issue, like I alluded to earlier, yes, it is going to be a bit hard. I mean, you do have a 6-man of the year candidate in Bobby Portis, who's sold in the Team USA, so I don't even know why I'm bringing him, but I'm not going to act like he's a bum. You got I forgot his name. He was a rookie last year, but he's pretty solid. You got Connaughton.
Marchand Beauchamp.
Yeah, you got Connaughton, who's like a do-it-all type player, can knock down threes.
They did sign Cameron Payne, which
he's
I
pretty
think
athletic,
is an elite backup point guard. I think
And it
Cameron
was-
Payne is an elite backup point guard. I
And
thought that
then
was a great
you
pickup
got
for them.
you
Great
got
pickup.
even though he sold for the Lakers, I mean he still was one of the best 3-point shooters in the league last year,
Malik
Malik
Beasley.
Beasley. I just think
Malik.
like with the Lakers, it's just with the Lakers, some players can play for the Lakers, some players can't. And it's like it seems like every time somebody leaves the Lakers, they turn into a superhero the next team they play for. But
Malik Monk.
I mean, it's not like they have nothing. And I think their starters complement each other enough to the point where I feel like they'll be able to get over the hump. I mean, we're acting like they just added anybody. Bro, they added Damian Lillard. Like, let's just be for real for a second. Like, let's just be for real. Who'd they get rid of? Grayson Allen, Jrue Holiday. Who else they got rid of? Am I missing someone? They got rid of picks, right?
Yeah,
Or
but
something.
I mean, it was.
But in terms of players, who they get rid of?
2029. No, that's it.
So I mean,
That's
if
why I
we're
said they
really
gave up a
talking
bag
about
of
it, like they
chips.
didn't really give up anything in terms of like we're making it seem like they gave up their whole bench. They only give up Grayson Allen off their bench.
Yeah.
So how can we sit here and be like, bro, that team like it barely moves the needle, bro? They added one of the best offensive point guards in the league. Like, come on, like, what are we saying here?
Don't say him.
I just don't.
Say
I
him.
said I agree with everything that you just said, but I'm saying I think that only moves the needle a little bit, given that the C's now are stacked, and also
We'll
the
get
Heat
to
were
them.
just
We'll
in
get
the
to them.
finals, right?
We'll get to them.
So I don't really. I mean,
We're just talking in
with
the present.
and with the example of the Suns. Now, at the time, first off, the Suns' lack of success was not because they didn't complement each other. That wasn't the reason that wasn't the issue. That wasn't the reason why they lost. So that's why I had to stop you, because I wanted to point that out. It wasn't because they didn't complement each other. D-Book and KD obviously complement each other very well. They
need
score.
a guard.
No, listen.
Need a
Yes,
guard.
yes.
If CP3 stays healthy, you guys probably mess around. Well, I ain't gonna lie, the Nuggets are nasty. I ain't even gonna give you that. But CP3 would have helped that. You guys need a guard to facilitate that. I don't care what you say.
100%. And so at that time, given that starting lineup, at that bench, I didn't think the bench was stacked, but I thought they had a fairly good bench.
You call TJ Warren TJ Jordan.
Yeah. That's my guy. I thought they had shooters. At that time when they brought KD in, they had at least, I want to say, 3 to 4 shooters on their bench shooting over 35%.
I mean, they gave up Cam Johnson. They gave up pieces.
So, no, listen, I understand that. I'm saying when they acquired KD,
the
way when he was on the team, what they had left was still about 3 to 4 dudes that were shooting over 35% from 3.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I'm thinking, well, their bench is not as bad as everybody's saying. And on top of that, I assume that Monty was actually going to play some of these dudes come playoff time. So I'm not getting into the whole Suns thing, but I'm just saying there's a whole, there's more to it than that. But obviously, like you said, they got a rim protector. They got Dame. He's going to move the needle. They brought, Dame's one of the best point guards in the league. So, obviously, that's going to propel them. But I can't say the Heat were just in the finals. I can't.
How are they not okay? But and you mentioned, and this is to your point. You mentioned they had a hurt Tyler Hero, whatever the case, whatever it is. The Bucks didn't have a hurt Giannis. Did Giannis not miss a couple games? Their best player, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I don't know if they had Middleton. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know if they had Milton. If they did, I don't know if he was. I don't think he was healthy. So I mean, we're talking about the best 2 players on one team. What are you saying? Giannis missed what? 2 games? 3 games?
1 game, I think. He missed 1 game.
I'm pretty sure.
I want to say he missed game 2. I'm pretty sure he missed
many games?
And then got swept because the Heat won in what, 5?
No, they swept them. Yeah, first overall seed got swept by 8.
They
by
did
8
get swept.
Swept.
Right.
I don't want to hear none of that. It's the 8 seed, bro. You can't beat the 8 seed. Come on, bro.
Come on.
And then,
yeah.
And then
I'm not giving excuses. I'm not giving.
Then he gonna talk about some. This ain't no failure.
No, you failed, bro. You failed, Brody. It's all right.
if you don't do your job, no, Giannis, you failed,
people
buddy.
applauding him. No, bro, you failed, bro. It's
Right.
okay, bro.
That's the
Superstars
type
fail, bro.
That's the type of people that be handing out participation medals. No, bro, you
Bro,
failed.
come
It's
on, bro.
okay. It ain't your last year.
It's just steps to success. Okay, bro. In the
Yeah,
grand
okay.
scheme of things, maybe yes, bro. But for this year, bro, you failed. Like it's all right.
Beat by an 8 seed.
But are we gonna? But Giannis wasn't healthy that series though.
If you ain't
Bro,
healthy, don't play.
He looked
He
fine to
well,
me.
he has no choice.
What you mean he has no
He has
choice?
a choice.
He has no choice. If Middleton,
Kawhi had a choice.
Middleton's not there.
Kawhi
Hey,
said right
yeah,
there.
but he
Kawhi
don't
had a
care. You
choice.
know
He
Kawhi
said,
don't
"I
care.
ain't going."
What do you mean? He tore. I think he tore his ACL or his MCL. He tore something.
He tore
His meniscus,
I
ain't it?
think.
He tore
Yeah.
He tore his meniscus. You want him to play
Yeah,
on a
but
torn
it
meniscus?
wasn't like a
No,
full tear.
sit
It was a
down.
bit of- It was a
Yeah.
tear enough that he could have
But
played
I'm
if he wanted
saying-
to. He
But
ain't
don't
want
I
use
just-
the. I'm
look.
just saying that don't use the injuries for an excuse
Look,
if you're gonna play.
if the
bro. I hate when
Bucks,
people do
if
that
the
shit.
Bucks are healthy, I do not see them. I do not see the Heat competing with them. If they are full strength,
Hell no. Yeah,
I do not see the Heat
Will
competing.
Do
Wilding
you see
for
the
that one.
Celtics?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to
It's
that.
gonna be-
We're gonna get
it's
to
gonna be
that.
them
We're
two
gonna
in
get to the
the
Celtics. I didn't even want to get on that yet, but I'm just saying
Get to
to
it.
your Miami Heat
Because-
point. To your Miami Heat point, if the Bucks are healthy, there's no shot like you can sit here with a straight face and say that Miami's beating a healthy Bucks team.
I got
No
the Bucks
shot.
I got the Bucks in
I'm-
4
I'm-
if they
I'm
play the
sorry.
Heat in any series.
You're,
No
you're,
shot.
You're tweaking. I don't know why you're saying no shot. I really don't.
No shot. I'm not sitting here saying the Miami Heat are bad. They're a great team. They're well coached. They got great pieces. But bro, let's be for real here. If the Bucks are healthy,
I can't sit here and say no shot.
Man,
I'm not
listen,
gonna sit here and say no shot to a team that just went to the NBA Finals because of one player. As great as Damian Lillard is, I'm not gonna sit here and say now that he went to the Bucks, there's
Hold up.
absolutely no shot.
Who they play going to the finals? Because I can't remember for real. They played a hurt Bucks team. Who
then
else
I
did
think
they
I
play?
want to say did they play the Sixers? Or I'm
Nah,
tripping.
they didn't play the
No, not
Sixers.
the
Sixers
Sixers.
got beat by the Celtics.
They played.
Yeah,
They played the Seeds. They played the Seeds.
They
The who?
played them to make it to the finals. The Celtics.
They played the Seeds. Yep.
So who was the other team?
No, I'm talking about the second round. Who they playing
Oh,
in the
no.
semis?
Was it the Knicks?
No, they played. Knicks played Knicks. Yeah.
It was a Knicks. So it was a
Because
Knicks
Knicks played Cavs.
the
Because Knicks played
Bucks,
Cavs first round.
in the Celtics. So you telling me we know the Knicks ain't know nothing. They I don't even know how they made the playoff. I don't even know how they beat the Cavs, to be honest, first of all. And the Bucks was hurt.
Well, obviously it all depends. It all depends too on like seeding and stuff like that. Like who where teams are gonna finish.
I mean, I don't really the Heat. I don't see them every time they make the finals. It just ever since Jimmy been there, they made it to the finals in the bubble.
It doesn't make sense, but they
didn't
do
play
it. Though.
nobody.
It doesn't make
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I'm
they
saying.
need to
Every
be.
time I look up, they in the damn
They
finals.
need to be respected for sure. They need to be respected. But if the Bucks are healthy, I don't see them beating the Bucks. That's just me, though.
A
That's
clean
not a
sweep.
discredit
No,
to
I
them
agree.
as a
I
team.
agree with you.
That's just me. If the Bucks are healthy, they're
fine.
not beating them in a 7-game series. They're not.
Sweet.
They're not. I
I'm
mean, we
okay
could
with
break
that.
it down position by position. They just don't match up. They lost Gabe
And they
Vincent.
bench.
They
And
added
they bench.
nobody.
And they bench
Think
ain't
about
that
that.
crazy either.
They made no postseason moves, but lose
Their
one.
their postseason move is returning.
They
Tyler
lost
Hero
Gabe
at full
Vincent, who
health.
played an integral part in them making that run.
Yeah, and now they get a healthy Tyler Hero. That's an upgrade.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. There's no, but here's another thing too. There's no guarantee that team plays like that if Tyler Hero stays there. Because think about it, a lot of other
You're
guys
right.
had to.
You're
step
right.
up.
You're right. And there's
A
no
lot of
guarantee
other
that
guys had
day.
to play out
There's
their
so
mind.
many hypotheticals. There's so many hypotheticals.
All right,
There's
let's
no
kind of go to
guarantee.
the Celtics, right? All right, Dame trade happens, whoopty whoop. We look at the Bucks. At least I look at the Bucks. I'm like, yo, like they're the team to be in the East. So now, of course, like any script that's written, because the NBA must have a script too. Jrue Holiday now goes to the Celtics and fills that void of, I guess, losing Marcus Smart, etc. So,
How
Will,
about
I'm gonna
that?
start with you. I mean, talk to me. Like, how do you feel about that trade?
Wow. I mean, first off, I was really hoping. I thought he was gonna go to the Heat. I thought the Heat were gonna make a move first off to get Jrue, obviously, because they were upset that they didn't get Dame, and in which they really would have been heavy contenders. But I mean, honestly, on paper, on paper, so if you look at like the landscape of the NBA, there's a lot of good duos now around the league, a lot of great duos. There's a couple, like a few quote unquote big threes. Not, I don't know many teams in the league with a big four. Like if you try to if you really think, or that could legitimately be considered like a big four. And so when you look at the Celtics, you look at now Jrue Holiday, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, who averaged 20 and 8 last year. You have Jaylen Brown, that's 25 points per game, plus points per game. That's Jason Tatum, 25 plus points per game. And then you add Porzingis, who we know if he's healthy, that's don't do that, Tyler. If Porzingis is
I'm gonna wait my
healthy,
turn.
that's a potential 20 points per game, bro. Like seriously, like on any given night. And so, and then obviously they still got to keep Al Horford. Now I'm disappointed that they lost Robert Williams. I think they should have tried to find a way around him. I really like Robert Williams. Great rim protector for them. But that's a crazy, that team right there has one of the best starting lineups in the league. Like
It's probably the best for real, if we're being realistic.
probably the best starting lineup in the league. Obviously you lose Malcolm Brogdon, that's gonna hurt. But they got to, for the most part, they stayed pretty much intact, and they got a significant upgrade from Marcus Smart. They got Marcus Smart, who could score with Dimer. Like, bro,
He still was a defensive, like, I'm pretty sure he won Depoy, right? He won one, right?
Who?
Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But I'm saying losing Marcus Smart, and they got basically
Yeah, they got Marcus Smart that
Marcus Smart in
can
return,
actually, yeah, I got you.
Score and can facilitate as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So honestly, when you look at that squad, I say, how are they not the team to beat in the East? And they don't really, if you start looking at depth wise, they don't really have like that great of depth either anymore. I think Peyton Pritchard is good. I think he's gonna have bigger role this year with the team. Why do you do that? Like, do you think Peyton's bad, Tyler? Do you think?
He's every time I watch a Celtics game and he in the game, they literally screen away and they attack him. So the same way Austin Reeves was getting attacked in USA World Cup, that's how Peyton Pritchard gets attacked. So him in defense it shouldn't even be in the same sentence.
That may be true, but yeah, I think when you look at it, they have to be the team. They don't really have any, besides depth, they don't really have any missing pieces. So, yeah.
How you feel about it, Ty?
It's a good move. I think the trade deadline is going to be important for a lot of teams this year, especially with teams like the Celtics and the Bucks trying to get some more depth before the playoffs start. But I mean, I don't really trust the Celtics per se because of, like he said, Kristaps. I don't think Kristaps has played 82 games since I've been in high school, and I'm 23. So that should tell you something. I turn 24 next month, actually, which is that don't even make sense, bro. You can't, you getting paid millions of dollars. You always hurt, and it's not like a sprained ankle, ACL, broken bone in the foot, this, that, and the third. Like, that's the only thing with Kristaps I got a problem with. He ain't played a full season since he's been on the Knicks. But I feel like it'll be the Bucks and the Celtics if everybody stays healthy in the Eastern Conference Finals. So it's gonna be a good series. I think the trade is good. Like, I agree with Will on, you get a better offensive Marcus Smart with Jrue Holiday. So the ball is gonna be funny to see how they move the ball around and how the offense works. But we're gonna see. And I want to see how they're gonna pay everybody too. That's gonna be crazy when you give your second best player $300 million. But
yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that.
We're gonna see. So this is gonna be the best NBA season in a while. I probably think
in a minute, bro.
Since it's got to be since 2016. Like, it has to be. So I think a lot of teams, like the teams that made these trades, they need to make some moves at the deadline just to get one or two more players off the bench. But Celtics gonna be dangerous, and this is a big if both capitalize if they're healthy. It all comes down to Kristaps Porzingis. Honestly, I think JT is going to do what he got to do. Jaylen Brown going to do what he got to do, and Jrue Holiday ain't got to do much. He's got to play defense and pass the ball. So it comes down to Kristaps, and if them brittle bones gonna help. So we gonna see.
Brittle.
Yeah, I think when I saw that trade, I was like, yeah, they done did it. I said, them boys done did it. I mean, you look at the Celtics, and I've always like kind of thought, and I always think this for superstar teams, like teams that have multiple superstars. Like, I feel like once you start getting like 2-3 superstars, I feel like you need like a guard to at least direct that offense, because a lot of times we'll end up just seeing a lot of you get the ball, and then when you get to the playoffs, it's easier to game plan against that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless your name Kobe Bryant, but other than that, like you said, to Will's point, Jrue Holiday brings a whole different dynamic. I mean, obviously he's a good, if not better defender than Marcus Smart. And I mean, he can pass and he could score. So now you add another offensive threat, like a real effective offensive threat to your starting lineup and can also guard. And now you allow him to be able to really handle that rock. Because I'm pretty sure Marcus Smart was really running the one for them for real. So now you add a guard that really can handle the rock, really command that offense, really give JT a little break on the ball, give JB a break on the ball. And I mean, look, still run pick and pass or Kristaps. I mean, like, it's like that team, if healthy, is kind of like nuts. Because then, like, you really think about it, you got Al Horford starting, who can still hit the three as well. Then now you're gonna have Derek White off the bench. I mean, like, that team really is nuts on paper.
I forgot they still got him.
So
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. So, like, and Derek White, I mean, is we saw in the playoffs last year, that man can get a buck and he could guard.
Mhm.
So now you got that spark plug coming off the bench, who very well may be in the running for 6th man of the year. And like, it's just, they just have so many pieces. I mean, their biggest, opponent, obviously, aside from the Bucks, going to be health. That's it. In terms of the East, their biggest opponent, aside from the Bucks, is going to be health. Because the difference between them, I feel like they have a little bit deeper of a bench. You know, I feel like they could kind of dive into their bench a little bit more, you know, and this goes back to my point again. I think those trades scare me the most when I see them, because those players, like when you get those Dames, when you get those Jrue, those are players that you can just plug into a system. You know what I mean? Like Dame, can play off ball. Obviously in Portland, we haven't really seen him play off ball, but he can play off ball because he could shoot from freaking half court. You know what I mean? He doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time. And you got Jrue, who played with Giannis, so he knows how to just play off ball. He's just going to have to really improve his three a little bit and knock down the open shots when they are given, you know? So, I mean, I think we're going to see a, Boston Bucks Eastern Conference Finals matchup. It's going to be interesting because you got
Boston
Jrue. Oh my God, bro. Anyways, before he said that blasphemy, you're gonna have a Boston. I feel like and my prediction is gonna be a Boston, Bucks Eastern Conference Finals matchup. I really can't tell you who I think is gonna win right now. I'd have to see them play. I really couldn't tell you, because it's just so much firepower, and I think it's really gonna come down to, like, I feel like all the stars are gonna cancel each other out. So it may very well come down to, who can go deeper into their bench. Or whose stars just come to play. I mean, Jason Tatum, great player. JB, great player, but we saw in the playoffs, although they made that comeback down 3-0, they should have never been down 3-0 in the first place. But you've seen in some playoff games, they don't really rise to the occasion, so it really may just come down to which star player, outperforms the other. And if I had to bet, it's hard betting against Dame and Giannis, to be honest. It's hard to bet against Tatum and Brown, but you got Dame and Giannis. It's hard to bet against them, because if you really, like I said before, the biggest thing is teams build walls on Giannis. That's how you stop him. That's how the Heat figured it out, or quote unquote whatever they said. That's really how you stop him in the postseason. Really, you build a wall. Yeah, you go, Ty.
No, it ain't. It's gonna be quick, and the Heat ain't the only one to build that wall. Why do you think he won't play in no Olympics or nothing like that? It's easy to stop his ass
Yeah.
over there because you ain't got no defense in 3 seconds. Literally,
But-
you can just sit 2 people in the
But
paint.
with him, it's like you got to surround. Like I said, you surround him with shooters, then it's hard to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because shooters now, it's like, damn, I can't really be in help for real. Because if I help, that's gonna be 3. You know what I mean? And then now it's like you just gonna be leaving whoever on an island with Giannis, and I mean it sucks. I mean he just gonna put his head down, and either you gonna get dunked on, or you gotta foul.
Me personally, I'm taking my chances. I'm gonna and if Giannis gonna have 50 like that, then I'll take my chances with that. But they're not gonna win that way. They're not gonna win.
I mean, they won a championship like that.
I'm gonna take my chances.
Why you
They
gotta bring that up?
I'm just saying that he's saying they won a championship like that.
And if you think,
like you
Jrue
said,
Holiday isn't going to play
let him
that
get 50.
series,
he had 50.
He
had 50
in the ring.
He did have 50-piece nugget. He did. You got it.
I mean, like the thing with the Bucks, like y'all, what makes me mad a little bit, why people disrespect them, is like they haven't been healthy since they won that championship. They haven't.
Okay, but when they won, the other teams wasn't healthy either. So I mean.
Come on.
I mean, okay.
So we can't play. If we're gonna play the healthy card, we gotta go.
It's
we gotta play that across the board.
It's basketball. I get it. I understand. I understand that.
I'm just letting you know.
I understand that.
Don't say it then.
I understand that, but I understand that. I get that. Those other teams. Well, y'all was missing who? CP3, or was he playing?
Not during the finals. I mean, he was out there, but like I say, hey, if you're out there,
no, I'm saying who was hurt in the finals for the Suns?
CP and quote unquote Book had something. He got hurt with his hamstring earlier, but if you own the court, you're supposed to be playing. I don't do that.
That's
it.
I'll say I'll give them the Nets. The Nets were hampered, obviously, with Kyrie.
The Hawks.
Who got hurt for the Hawks? Trae Young did get hurt. He did get hurt.
That ref, he stepped on that ref.
Trae Young did get hurt.
Sure did.
All right, but I still think they're gonna get past the Hawks.
Come on now, that shouldn't even be. He shouldn't have a ring.
They're still gonna get past the Hawks.
If we want to talk about injuries, he shouldn't have a ring. Period. That 50-piece should not have worked. He shouldn't have got there. If we want to talk,
every team he played was hurt at some
really
like every single team, all 3 of them.
Really. He ain't getting through that, bro. Come on now. We all know.
Hey, a ring is
that if Giannis play healthy teams,
like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all doing that. Giannis like that. That crazy. That man went on. That man went on a crazy run. And y'all over there trying to discredit him.
Crazy. I just said a ring is a ring. We gonna act like every team he didn't play wasn't hurt. Come on now, or was hurt.
Come on,
every single team.
Come on now, and still almost lost.
What they wanted? They wanted 6.
It wasn't no almost lost. They got sweat. The Suns got sweat, bro.
No, I'm saying like still almost didn't make it, and he was going off. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, how much he gave the Nets and KD?
Okay.
No, I'm asking. I didn't know. I'm asking. God,
he know how much that he gave.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it's that series out of all series. That series does not disappoint. Like that does not make.
No, Kevin Durant was playing like the best player in the world.
Bro, because
Kevin Durant was playing out of his mind. Like I give him that. He was playing nuts.
Out of his not necessarily out of his mind. Like that's pretty.
Bro, he had a playoff career high. What are you talking about?
But you saying out of his mind like that was unusual.
Bro, he had a playoff career high. In his what?
That wasn't
12?
Unusual.
How many years he been in the league?
Make it seem
how many years he been in the league? 16, 17?
When I see Giannis
15 years in the league, scoring whatever champ, the man had a playoff career high.
I understand.
That's not playing at your mind.
He was playing on another level, but I'm not going to sit here.
Well, I mean, all right,
making it seem
tomato,
bro.
Whatever, bro.
You making it seem like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness,
bro. Yes, that's how. Like, when he was making some of them shots, I was like, yo, he's nuts. Like he's tough.
I was like, get busy, Kevin. This
so when you saw him do a turnaround fader with 3 people on him, you was like, you was like that's cash, right?
Oh, that's Kevin. Come on now. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Like when you saw him do a spin jumper with 2 seconds left, foot on the line, you was like, that's money. Spin jumper, caught it.
Bro, I remember
from the 3-point line.
Bro, I remember like it was clear as day. I was in Buffalo Wild Wings, bro.
Yeah.
Wearing my Nets jersey. When that shot went up, I'm like, cash, bro. See, we're not gonna make this. Let's move on.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make this.
I'm
not gonna make this a Kevin appreciation episode.
You knew that bill. You knew that bill was money.
I bet if we were to ask him, like, yo, how'd you feel about that shot? I bet he like, bro, that's me.
Okay,
Like,
every
I
NBA player is
hit
gonna
that.
say every time they shoot, they think it's going in. They put too much work
Okay,
in and get paid too much money for them not to say that.
okay. Well,
What?
some NBA players say that in cap, and some NBA
You right.
players say that, and it's really like that.
That's
We
true.
know who
Yeah,
cap, we
Kevin
know who
Durant like
cap
that
and
though.
know.
I ain't mad at that. Kevin Durant like that. I've never look. I'm being honest, man.
Uh-oh.
I like Kevin Durant. You know, the only reason I ever just if I say something wild, it's either really trolling or because you disrespect Braun. That's really the only reason I'll say something about
I
KD.
don't. But
Here
let's
we
But
not
go.
get into it.
I like no.
Please.
Here we
I'm just
go.
we're not going nowhere. I'm giving KD
Let's
his
not,
flowers.
because
No, no.
I
Like,
We
don't
tried this
disrespect.
last time.
I
and y'all
like
went
I
on for
don't
30
disrespect.
minutes. No.
I do not. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this one time, and I'm not gonna say it no more.
you
I
do
do not.
disrespect to him, bro. It's okay, bro.
William Young the
You be
fourth.
calling LeBron LeMickey.
Can I say this, please?
Like, come on, bro. Like
William
what?
Young the fourth, solemnly swear, I do
Solemnly
not
swear it's
hate
crazy.
LeBron James. I do
Okay.
not hate that man. I
Okay.
promise I don't.
Okay.
Promise I don't.
All right.
He's
What else we
Let's
got,
move
man?
on. Let's move on. Let's move on. I know we keep talking about the
He's just
East.
not like that.
You see?
What else we got? What else?
He couldn't help.
Josh, come on.
He couldn't help
Y'all
himself.
done it. Y'all have
He
done
couldn't
this all
help
episode.
himself.
Don't
Come
do it
on,
again.
He
bro.
couldn't help
What else we got?
himself.
What else we
Year
got?
21,
Let's stay
four-time
focused.
MVP. I mean,
Let's
stay
four-time Finals
focused.
MVP, four-time NBA champ, and you over here the man. You know, I'm not even gonna do that. Let's go to the
Come
West.
on.
We about to talk about the West anyways.
Let's go to
Let's
the
go
West.
to the West.
Let's go
Who's
to the
the
West.
Tyler? No bias. I mean, honestly, I
Okay.
wouldn't be mad at you saying this though. But like, who's the team to be in the West? Like, if you had to say two teams are gonna meet in the Western Conference Finals, who you got?
Oh, that's easy. There you go. That was a better question because you know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the team that beat is the Nuggets. Like the only person I think they lost is Bruce Brown, who he played a major part in their playoff run. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to see how they fill that role. But I don't know. Being honest, I think the Nuggets. Like I got to see them make some more bench moves. To be honest, with them losing Bruce Brown is huge.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would like to see the Lakers and the Suns in the Western Conference Finals, but it'll still. I think the Nuggets are still like
You see?
the favorite
why he
to
doing
come out
that.
the West still. But I think it'll be the Lakers and the Suns if
Why he
everybody
making that
is healthy.
face?
We all do the same thing, you know we do.
But why he making that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go next because I don't
Okay,
even.
but yeah,
I don't even. Ooh.
I think I got the Suns as my 1A and the Lakers as my 1B, respectively.
Yeah, I think obviously. I mean, Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. Brown was hampered most of the postseason. Anthony Davis wasn't really playing. I'm not really gonna say. You know, I'm not really gonna say like Anthony Davis wasn't playing. He wasn't playing like he normally play offensively. He really had a really good defensive postseason. A lot of people don't really give him credit for that. I mean, he led the postseason in blocks. So defensively, he was AD. It was just offensively, it didn't seem like he was that much engaged. But I mean, if Anthony Davis
Never that much engaged.
can I talk? I didn't.
Okay,
But
sorry, my fault, bro.
a healthy Braun, healthy AD. He did came out say he want to play 82 games. So obviously, you know, he's putting that as a goal. But obviously those
We
two
all want to
healthy.
play out.
And then you fill out, honestly, the Lakers. I mean, they filled out the rest of their team. Rob Pelinka needs to be, I don't know, GM of the year because that team, from what they had, obviously before the trade deadline last year to now, is honestly night and day. I mean, you add Gabe Vincent, you know, who's going to be a great piece off the bench. I mean, I'm pretty sure he started for the Heat in some postseason games. So now you get a guy that has starter caliber, and you bring him off the bench. You have now Austin Reeves coming back now. Now he kind of knows his role. And obviously he's shown that he can play in big moments. So you add him in the mix. Now you got a bunch of other pieces. I mean, Christian Wood hasn't been the best with the Mavs, but I think being with the Lakers will kind of just bring him back to kind of where he was. Probably be a little more motivated. I mean, that's pretty much what I think he needs. You add Taurean Prince, who's a good defender. So I mean, they got pieces, you know. So obviously, I mean, the biggest thing is if everyone stays healthy. I feel like that's just for any team. If they stay healthy, I mean, I think they are honestly one of the teams to beat in the West. To your point, the Nuggets are the reigning champs, so it's hard not to say the Nuggets, you know, are not going to make it that far. I mean, they're still, I mean, even though they lost Bruce Brown, they still have Jokic, they still have Jamal Murray, And obviously that team now is just more confident. I mean, obviously after you win a championship, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So then you got the Suns, who I'm very impressed with what they did with their bench. Obviously, when the trade first happened with Beal, I was like, y'all don't got no bench. I was telling y'all that. I kept preaching. I was like, y'all don't got no bench. I don't like it. But, they went out, got yourselves a bench. And, I mean, you guys are a pretty formidable team. The only thing for me about the Suns right now is Beal going to be that guard that y'all need. If Beal can be that guard that y'all need, I think you guys are a scary team.
It'll
Yeah,
be book. It'll be booked before.
I mean, I
Beal,
think it should be
honestly.
booked. I think it should be booked, but I know the reports keep saying Beal. So
but
I
they've
think it should
been.
be Bill.
I mean, why though? Like we've seen Bill average 30 a game. So if Book can average about 20 to 23 and a couple like 7 assists, that's fine. They've been like, I was watching the media day the other day. They're like, yeah, whoever gets the ball off the rebound or whoever gets it off the
yeah, I really
inbound,
think it's
just
gonna
bring
be
it up
like
the
point
court.
guard by committee. I
Yeah,
really don't think they're gonna
you
have
don't
like a
really need a
designated,
guard.
but it's just I do just think, like you say, you just need someone that really, for a team like that with that many weapons, I think you need to get people in their spots. Even though they can get in their spots themselves, when you get to the postseason, man, that one-on-one stuff only works so much. I mean, yes, Book
That's facts.
was freaking nuts. Like, he was nuts. But like I said, man, it just makes it easier for teams over time as you get to like the third, fourth games. All right, man, like we're just gonna key in on either KD and just, I mean, Book, you're just gonna have to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he did. So it's like, or vice versa. Hey, we go key in on D Book, KD. You know what I'm saying? But now it's harder because you get Beal now. So now it's like, dang, like
You
y'all
leave
just
them
gonna have
two
to play
open, they're
some.
gonna have 40 apiece.
Yeah, y'all just gonna have to play some great D. I mean, obviously, one of those players, and it's obviously I think it's gonna be Beal, but one of those players are gonna have to take a back seat. That always happens with big threes. As long as there's no egos, and I don't think there's gonna be an ego between KD and Book. It's just really in Beal. Like, is he willing to just say, bro,
Shit,
take
he
the
better
back
be.
seat? Yeah, I think yeah. But I mean, to go back to the question, I think it's going to be obviously Lakers with health, and I think it's going to be Lakers Suns. Honestly, a matchup that I want it to be Lakers Suns. Like, this is something I've been waiting for, because I want both teams to make it to the Western Conference Finals healthy, and then all the talking stops after that series. You can go, Will.
From who?
From him. He knew what I was talking about.
Oh,
From
okay,
him.
okay.
Let me say
Bron versus KD. And Bron said he doing this for Bronny this year.
We gonna see if, because I ain't
Bron
seen
doing it for Bronny.
KD.
He doing it for Bronny this year. So he got some extra fire. And don't say nothing crazy. I know you want to say something crazy, but go, Will.
Okay. Let me first off, thank God Bronny is healthy and well. He's not, gone or anything, so I'm not sure where that comment came from. Let's move on.
Bro, this man just can't take the damn. Like, damn.
First thing,
you a sick man. You a
first thing
sick
first.
man.
Can
That
I
might
go,
have been.
bro?
Look, I'm sorry.
First
That
thing-
might have been the
oh
sickest
my
thing
God.
that you've
That's not-
ever
that's
said.
not-
You got
that's
it.
not-
You go talk. I'm done. Go.
That's
This man
that's
said
not.
he's not gone or
That's
anything.
not-
You're crazy.
Finish, Will.
That's
Just
not.
finish,
That's not.
finish, bro.
That's not sick. My sophomore year, I dedicated that to my grandma. She played. She was gone, like she was deceased. So that's when I hear playing. That's just what I associated with. But let's move on. Yeah, there's a lot I want to say here, but somebody's got to tell the truth out the three of us. First off, first things first. I agree with both of you. I think the Nuggets, until further notice, they are the team to beat. Although they lost Bruce Brown, they got players, man, and they got young players that's sitting there that I think would be rotation players on any other team. Okay, so they're the team to beat. Number two, the Suns. First off, out of the 3-team trade, the Suns absolutely positively won that trade, hands down. They won that trade.
Out of what 3-team trade?
And out of the 3-team trade between the Bucks, the Trailblazers, and the
You thought the
Suns.
You thought the Suns got
Can
the
I
best
finish?
package.
Can I finish? Because I let you guys go. I let you guys go. The Suns won that trade, and I'll tell you why. Not because they won the trade, not because they received the best package because obviously there's none of those players equal up to Dame, but because they managed to fill every single hole on that team. The Suns are not, if you look at their roster from top to bottom, let me actually, because I'm not even going, I don't want to guess. I want to be sure. You look at their roster, top to bottom. Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
Bradley Beal,
Mhm.
D-Book, Josh Okogie, Damian Lee, Bobo, Yusef Nurkic, Yuta Watanabe, Eric Gordon, now at Grayson Allen. I don't know if I said Damian Lee.
You said him.
Well, he got
I
hurt,
do.
so I don't know when he coming back.
Oh, okay. That hurts a little bit, but that's
No, it don't.
fine.
He wasn't playing.
Yeah. They're not, and the only thing that I wish is that I wish we had picked up. Y'all are gonna hate me for this. I wish we had found a way to pick up Dwight Howard. No, I'm saying because a veteran big, I'm just because
Dwight Howard that was in Taiwan.
Bro, wrap this up. This is Dwight Howard.
Listen. I think a veteran big that maybe just in case we needed to plug him in just to be a physical body, just a boom. But you said Nurkic is that guy. That's why I'm happy for him. I'm so glad DeAndre Ayton gone. Good riddance. I wish you well with the Trailblazers.
I don't wish
Good
him
riddance.
nothing.
I hope you come out. I hope you come off the bench because Robert Williams is better than you, and he plays way harder. Okay, so
Bro, don't do Ayton like that, bro.
So good luck over there. Okay, but if you look at it outside the Nuggets, these Suns have to be the team to beat. So if we're talking about Western Conference Finals, it's got to be Denver Nuggets and the Suns. Now, let me note this. Josh said that he would love to see the Suns and Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
It could have happened last year, but
anything so. I just want to make this point, then I want to go back.
Hold up. We lost to the same team y'all got swept by.
No, I'm just saying it could have happened.
Good point, Tyler.
I'm saying it could have happened though.
Good point,
All
Tyler.
I'm saying is hypothetically it could have happened.
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
Just let me.
It could have happened. Yeah, y'all got swept by the same team we lost to and got 2 games.
I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I used to be just like Josh. You know,
you was never like me.
I used to be just like that. I really wanted to see that KD Bron matchup.
Well, we did.
If you could just let me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I really wanted to see that matchup, and I thought that at the end of that would fulfill me. I really did. I thought it would, until I realized the psyche of a Bron fan, right? And you got to realize at this point, most Bron fans, and I don't want to be disrespectful, are like slightly delusional. You got to be partially delusional, just a little bit. And just confused, just lost. Some are just lost, just gone astray. Okay. But
so where are you going with this?
If you could just let me finish. With Kevin Durant, I used to want to see Kevin Durant and Bron play each other. But you know what? With Bron, this is what, 21st year?
Yeah, 21.
There is nothing. LeBron fans have put Bron on such a pedestal that there is nothing he can do wrong. There's nothing he can do wrong. Why are you doing this? Okay, thank you for that.
No, because you said you wanted to see the matchup, so I was showing the matchup.
I was saying again.
This is 2012 finals. Whatever happened?
I like to play both sides, but didn't like KD like dagger Bron twice in the same
I wasn't sure. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if Josh had seen that one. Because that's actually my screensaver on my laptop. I wasn't sure if he had seen that one.
Oh
my god, hold on.
Okay, but let's stay focused. What I'm saying is I don't want to see that matchup because at this point, there's nothing Bron can do wrong, right? So if say KD was to come in here and they play in the Western Conference Finals and they sweep the Lakers, I mean, they have their way with them. KD have whatever, 35, 40. It doesn't matter because you know why? You know what Bron lovers like my friend Josh over here is going to say? Oh, he's old. That's what's supposed to happen. Look at their team. He's got...
Bro, where are you going? Like, I'm very confused. I'm not gonna lie, you kind of lost me, gang. You said your point. You said the Suns.
I wanted to say that. I said I wanted to make a side note. I want to make a side note, but let me make this last point. Because I don't want to get lost in all that. That was just sidetrack. But somebody's got to tell the truth here about the Lakers, right? Somebody who's got to tell the truth. You guys both see them as Western Conference team. I'm here to tell you right now, the Lakers are going to wind up right back in the play-in, and that's just the God's honest truth.
Can you say that? Can you say that again? Can you say that again in a complete sentence, please?
You guys see the Lakers as a Western Conference Finals team. I'm here to tell you right now that the Lakers are going to find themselves right back in the play-in, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a very, very, very competitive Western Conference.
Yes.
Very competitive Western Conference. All right. And if you look at like the win-loss records from last year, those playing teams to those teams that were already solidified in the playoffs were really kind of neck and neck. It really come close. And I have a feeling, given that the Western Conference is even more competitive this year, it's going to be just as close as it was last year. Just as close. And so I don't see the Lakers having a better record than Denver.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record than the Kings.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record than the Suns.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record than Golden State.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record than the Clippers.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record than Dallas.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having a better record, honestly, than Memphis. And I know Ja's out half the season.
Yippee hooray! Yes, I guess.
And I don't see them having a better record than the Pels. And not even saying like.
Are you saying this? Are you saying this like even if the Lakers are healthy?
Huh?
Even if the Lakers are healthy, are you still standing by that?
I don't care if they're like Benjamin Button healthy. Like I don't care what form they're at what form they're at. I don't really care. And we're not even counting like sleeper teams that could be very good. Like OKC obviously this year.
You know, it's
the Houston
funny.
Rockets.
You know, I ain't gonna lie.
No, he said the Rockets. Wrap it up, Josh. Wrap it up.
What did you just say?
He said the Rockets.
What did you just say?
We're not even counting.
No, hold on. What did you just say? Repeat that.
I said we're not even considering sleeper teams.
Sleeper team, what? Like the Rockets gonna have a sleeper, a better record than the Lakers
for that plan. I think the Rockets are my dark horse to slip in the play-in and potentially get in the playoffs this year. They're my dark horse. That's just.
Do you think the Rockets could beat the Lakers in the? Wait, first, hold on. Do you think the Rockets are going to be a higher seed than the Lakers in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think the Lakers are. I think the Lakers aren't gonna just be in the playoffs. They're gonna have to play to get in, like they usually do. But they're used to it by now. Because
okay, all right. Let's get through it. Let's get. We ain't even gonna do that. All right. I just gotta say one thing before we get to our last thing. It's crazy that you said the Lakers. You know, Lakers this, that, whatever, all that crazy stuff you just spewed. I can't wait to clip that too. But AD was hurt half the year. LeBron was hurt half the year. Russell Westbrook clearly did not fit on that team. Great player. Love him. But he didn't fit with LeBron. He didn't fit with AD.
You thought he did.
They make the change after the trade deadline, and the Lakers have the best record after All-Star break. So,
that's fantastic.
Can I finish? I'll let you talk for like 10 minutes, bro. I'm just saying something real quick.
Not much.
I'm saying something. Yeah, well, you said the Rockets. After that, I mean, I had to agree with Tyler. You got to wrap it up. Once you brought up the Rockets, I didn't know what you was talking about. You was just talking. So then you're saying all this because if I ask you and Tyler, if D-Book and KD miss at least half the season, like at different points of the season, do you think your team is going to still be a top 3 seed? Realistically?
I didn't.
No,
say the
I'm
Lakers were-
asking the question. Do you think your team could be a top 5 seed realistically if D-Book missed half the season at one point or KD missed half the season at one point? Because you guys were looking pretty good, and then I think
needs to
KD
be
got
more
hurt.
there has to be more context involved.
No,
in that
I'm
because
giving
it's-
you an example.
Yeah,
Because
but the
Lakers
the
were
example
playing-
gives a visual.
the
it gives a
Lakers were
video.
playing. Tyler, do you see what I'm trying? Where I'm going at? Because the Lakers were a playing team because both their star players missed half the season at one point in the season. So I'm asking you, do you think the Suns would still be a top 5 seed if any of those players
No,
or both
well,
of them missed half the season at some
You
point?
think the Lakers were a playing game because they were hurt half? I think the Lakers were a playing team because they just weren't that great. That's just
What the
so
hell?
we both have different reasons for why.
All right, let's go to our last thing, bro. Because I'm not even gonna say I want to say. Maybe the fans will understand when I ask them because I don't understand how you don't like you literally ran circles around that question because you knew the answer to it. But I mean that's with any team, not even just the Suns. You could ask about any team, but I mean the only team I think would be somewhat decent would maybe even be the Nuggets because of how deep they are. But other than that, most teams that rely heavy on their star players, if any of them miss half the season, that's going to affect their record. But I don't know what that's not clicking through your head. So we're going to go
affect their record.
We're going to go.
I'm not denying
We're going to go to our last thing.
That?
We're going to go to a last thing. And it's a start bench cut. But this time we're not doing players. We're doing teams. So I'm trying to think of some interesting teams. Because I don't really want to use the obvious ones because I know what some of those answers are going to be.
Honestly, don't even.
What's up?
Kings. Are we doing? Do they have to be in one conference?
No. Just teams. Just like if you have to literally start, bench a team, cut a team.
Okay, so Kings, Pelicans, and I'm trying to think of somebody from the East. Ooh, I feel like no, the Heat will be too easy. Mavericks. Kings, Pelicans, and Mavericks.
I like that actually. All right, yeah. Well, yeah, actually, no, I like that. Yeah, start, bench, cut, Kings, Pelicans, Mavericks. Go.
Kings, Pelicans, Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead, Tyler. My fault. I was just.
Oh no, you straight. No, you good. You could have went, but I'll go. It's gonna be crazy because we ain't never seen them healthy. But I'm gonna. Ooh, this sounds crazy. It sounds crazy in my head, but I'm gonna start the Pels. But, that hurts. I feel like Zion never healthy, but I think this year is gonna be different because we've never seen them healthy as far as regular season or playoffs. So I got the Pels, Kings, and the Mavericks. I don't think the Mavericks they're good on paper, but I mean, is a Kyrie and Luka Doncic team really gonna work in the playoffs? So they both gonna need the ball. So I got the Pels, Kings, and the Mavs.
Well,
like that. Start, bench, cut. I'm going start Kings, bench the Pels, cut the Mavericks. I agree with you, Tyler.
I'm going to. Oh man, this is really hard. It's just because of how they finished the year last year. It really kind of hurt me.
Trash. I already know who you're talking about too.
I really, really want to. Okay. I'm gonna start the Kings because I mean those boys clearly showed that they belong in the playoffs. I mean they took the Golden State to 7 games. They legit. They here to stay. I'm a bench.
Best team in LA. Cali.
Here we go. I'm all right. I'm gonna start the Kings. I'm a bench the Mavs, and I'm gonna cut the Pels. I know the Pels are a great team. I'm not even, like, you get back a healthy Zion, etc. They're gonna be nasty, but like it's just hard to bet against Luka and Kyrie once they figure out how to play with each other. Like it's really just hard betting against that. So I mean, yeah, that's gonna be me. Kings for sure, because I mean, like I said, them boys, they showed they belong in the playoffs. Took them boys Golden State to seven games, so they legit. So yeah, I'd start the Kings, bench Dallas, and cut the Pels. So yeah, that'll be it. I think we go kind of end off on that note. I mean, damn, it took them 2 trade talks went up to an hour, I think.
Man.
But and him talking about whatever he was talking about for 10 minutes, he was going to say.
Uh-oh.
But
Yeah,
let's
I had to make that point because
yeah, all
I
right,
don't-
we gonna clip a lot
who
of them
wants to see
points.
that?
All right,
Please clip them. Clip.
but yeah, appreciate y'all again for coming on. You know, Ty, Will, as always. Look, we gonna try to. I know it's kind of hard with our schedules. We really gonna try to give y'all Tuesday nights. You know, try to record Tuesday nights at least consistently every week for y'all. But man, appreciate all the support. You know, all the supporters. I don't care if you leave one like, one comment, whatever, man. Anything, you know, anything matters. So appreciate
Even
y'all.
if you just watch it.
That's it, man. Just something
Hey,
little, you know.
Start
So
watching on YouTube. What is y'all doing?
just a
Figure
little
it out.
bit.
Man.
I know we gotta be more consistent. You know, that's on me. We gonna be more consistent though. But appreciate y'all again, Ty, Will. And we gonna be out.